Welcome to The Pass, Track Talks, the ultimate traveling podcast for motorsport stories.
We are Nicole and Mattia, and together we wish to narrate the characters of the little big world that we are so passionate about.
We meet the drivers as well as the insiders directly at the racetracks, and throughout our unfiltered talks, behind-the-scenes anecdotes, pure emotions, and fragments of intense life emerge, together with the universal values that characterize this discipline.
Because in some way, the pass is also about you. Enjoy.
Welcome to this first episode of The Pass, Track Talks. We're here at the Franciacorta karting track. I'm Mattia Livraghi.
I'm Nicole Miotto,
We are the co-founders and...
co-hosts of this new podcast that we are happy to introduce you to.
Exactly. So let's start from what we do.
We tell the stories of the people who live, love, and work in motorsport.
Exactly. So not only drivers, but also mechanics, insiders,
Photographers.
journalists.
Yeah.
All the stories that animate and shape the sport. And what do we mean with stories?
We just mean anecdotes. We mean stories that don't have to do with biographies, basically.
Exactly. Also because all our guests will be able to come back to us. So we will not want to tell all their story, but focus on the universal aspects.
Feelings, emotions.
Passion, fears, all that is born in motorsport and is shaped in motorsport, but has a connection with our daily life. And this is also the reason why we want to do this podcast, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason why we called it The Pass.
Exactly. Why do we call it The Pass?
Because the pass is that maneuver you have to do on track if you want to win, if you want to be, let's say, remembered. But it's also something you do in your daily life. You overcome a fear, you overcome a moment of difficulty.
This is the first double definition of the pass. I've grown as a driver, and so for me, the pass is that maneuver Niki is talking about. I think, for example, also about Alex Zanardi, his famous overtake at the Cavatappi corner in IndyCar. That was the pass, and that maneuver that identifies so many historical moments in motorsport, and also it's something you overcome with yourself, and not only with rivals, and it's connected to everyday life. But the pass is also something else.
The physical pass that lets you into this beautiful, crazy world that is the paddock, where there are all of those stories that we want to bring here to you. And so this pass will allow you to know all of their stories.
And will allow us, I'm literally in love with this name and with the logo Niki designed with those three meanings. We will go around tracks because we couldn't imagine that people who travel around the world all the time
would come to us to a studio, but also it's much better to be on track.
Exactly. Do you know all the podcast studios, same place? I respect them and we listen to them, but this will be kind of different.
Yeah, there will be noises, there will be cars or people passing by behind us, but that's what makes us us, because we bring the podcast into motorsport. We don't bring motorsport into this podcast.
Exactly. We will be right there in this world. We want to open the doors of a world that is difficult to access but is extraordinary, and we believe that can leave something of precious, of significant to pretty everyone.
Yeah.
And that's why you will hear maybe engines roaring, but also tires being mounted. Now we are lucky enough to be just a few meters away from a straight at the Franciacorta karting track before the second to last corner, and we will be here. We will also want to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to talk to you. So if you want to contact us and tell us your stories, we are on Instagram. We have our email, which is open to everyone, but also we will be posting on TikTok, Facebook. Our podcast will obviously be on YouTube and any other platform you want to listen to.
Because it's a vodcast, actually. And we will also do vlogs.
Yeah, absolutely, behind the scenes. But also one thing to remind our people, we want to be as inclusive as possible. And so with us being Italian and being in Italy, there will be some interviews that will only be in Italian and some that will only be in English. But all of our posts will be in both languages.
Exactly. We hope one day we will manage to make sure that also all the interviews are both Italian and English. But for the moment, we're doing this. This is born from our passion, from something that is actually a lifestyle. So
there's people saying hi to us.
Yeah, we say hi to them, and we will try to tell their stories too. But yeah, this will also be the reason why we will be consistent, but we still cannot say when all the various episodes will come out. Stay tuned, because we already have some very enthusiastic guests who we thank, just as
Absolutely.
we thank all the tracks who we've talked to, the ones we will talk to. We thank them for their hospitality. First of all, obviously, Franciacorta karting track, because we're here in this beautiful context and we're bringing you with us. And then, obviously, we need to thank Loredana, our official photographer and first supporter probably of this new project. She will come with us. She's part of us. This passion is part of us. We will bring it to you, and the pass starts now.
So join us.
So bye from Mattia
and Nicole.
Thank you.
Because in some way, the pass is also about you.